Hey everyone, DP here, GC Blues 45. Folks, we lost a great today. Before we start this postgame report, I want to give an honor to the late Glenn Hall, who was a superb goalie. Started his NHL career with the Detroit Red Wings, moved on to the Blackhawks, and then eventually became a Blue and retired as a Blue. Glenn Hall was 94 years old, and he was a pioneer goalie. You know, he won a Vezina and one of the elite goalies of old times. So before we start, I want to do a tribute to Glenn Hall. Here's to you, Mr. Hall. Here's to you, sir. May your memory and your legacy continue. You will be deeply missed. All right, sorry. You gotta pay tribute to a former player like Mr. Hall, Glenn Hall. That's the wrong clipboard. All right, once again, 5 games on the dock. We also got the 3 stars. Now, folks, the reason why this took me a while to get this video going, I had to decide who I want as my 3 stars. It's kind of hard to figure out, okay, who I want. So, but I picked them. So, all right, let's get right into it. And remember, folks, if you happen to come across this video and happen to like it, give me that thumbs up. It's very important. Helps to keep the channel going. And as you see, I got the color pins out because I forgot to write down. And okay, alrighty. So here we go. Starting off with Dallas at Washington. This game had a lot of potential. Entering the matchup, Dallas was 25, 10, and 8 and 58 points. Washington 22, 15, and 6 and 50 points. And at the end of 60 minutes, the Dallas Stars beat the Washington Capitals by the score of 4-1. Shots on goal were the Stars 36, the Caps 24. The Stars had 23 saves with the Capitals 32, and both teams were 0 for 2 on the power play. Dallas wins this series 2-0-0. Basically, they swept the series and outscored the Caps 5-1. Yeah, yeah. Believe it or not, the first game, Dallas wins 1-0 in Dallas. And you hope Washington can win the rubber match, but he didn't. Um, Washington just did not show up. They flat out said, and despite Ovechkin scoring and you're down by 2, you don't pull the goalie. You don't when you're down by 2. I have said it before and I'm going to keep saying it. You don't pull the goalie when you're down by 2 goals. You do it when you're down by 1. So, Washington, what was you thinking? Show up and just play. Way to go by Dallas. It was a good game for Dallas. They came out blaring. Washington just did not show up at all. They need to rethink everything. Next was Calgary at Montreal. Entering this matchup, Calgary was 18-20 and 4 and 40 points. Montreal 23-13 and 6 and 52 points. And at the end of 16 minutes, the Montreal Canadiens beat the Calgary Flames by the score of 4-1. Shots on goal were the Habs 35, the Flames 29. The Canadiens had 28 saves with the Flames 31. Montreal went 0 for 2 on the power play with Calgary 0 for 4 on the power play. And Montreal wins this series 2-0-0, and believe it or not, they outscored the the Flames 6-2. Um, what can I say about this game? Um, Pretty much like Washington, Calgary just did not show up. They flat out did not show up, and it makes you wonder. It's like they weren't even trying. At least they scored 1 goal, so they don't get shut out. So that was good. But Calgary just did not show up. It was a good game for Montreal. After one, it was tied 0-0. And somehow Montreal got on the ball and they just kept going on all cylinders. So way to go by Montreal. They're on a good streak. And I'll be impressed when playoff time comes around that they're not in the hunt and stuff. But that's a different road coming up. So let's see. So way to go by Montreal. Try hard, Calgary. Come on, you're better than us. Next, my Blues in Chicago. Entering the matchup, the Blues were 17, 18, and 8 and 42 points. Chicago 17, 18, and 7 and 41 points. And at the end of 60 minutes, the Blues lose to the Blackhawks 7-3. Shots on goal were the Hawks 35, the Blues 30. The Blackhawks had 27 saves with the Blues 28. Chicago went 3 for 4 on the power play with St. Louis 0 for 5 on the power play. Well, I'm glad we at least scored in every period. But the referees really blew some calls. I mean, it's like, here's a holding there, and there's a one here. Blackhawks were doing dirty plays. Especially there was one where the player gets high sticked. One of our players gets high sticked, and I hate to say this, let's just say it was not good, and I feel like the referees were paid off, if you know what I mean. Um, Basically, after 2 periods, it was total domination by the the Blackhawks, and it was just downhill from there. Not much we can do. Friday's the narrow day. Hope for the best. But good game by the Blackhawks, and they got word about Bernard. He's going to be evaluated day to day now. Chance he probably be coming back soon. Hopefully, we'll see him soon. Oh boy. You know, I'm watching the highlights. Hofer is in the hallway. Going, you want me, coach? Barrington doesn't want to leave. But it's weird. All right, next was Ottawa at Utah. By the way, I do want to give you some news. Utah will be hosting the Winter Classic next year with Colorado. That would be an interesting game. I wonder what jerseys they're going to wear for that game. Because really, there's not really much vintage jerseys for Colorado. It's the same logo, they just changed the shoulders. That's all about they really did. And so you kind of wonder what retro jersey they'll come up with or retro look. Same thing with Utah. What they'll come up with, since this is technically their third season. What they come up with, we'll wait and see, and I'll announce it when we get into for next season. I'll announce about the Winter Classic. Okay, entering this matchup, Ottawa was 20, 16, and 5 and 46 points. Utah 20, 20 and 3 and 43 points. At the end of 60 minutes, the Utah Mammoth beat the Ottawa Senators by the score of 3-1. Shots on goal were the Mammoth 21, the Sens 33. The Mammoth had 32 saves with the Senators 18. Utah went 0 for 4 on the power play with Ottawa 0 for 3 on the power play. And the series is tied. 1-0, and they tied in goals scored. So dead even, 5-5. What to say about this one? It was evenly matched. All the way through, evenly matched, good game. No disappointment really. Utah wanted to swim more, and they got it. No, Ottawa showed up, so did Utah. And but Ottawa wanted to swim more, that's why they got the win. So I'm not disappointed in Ottawa. Good going by Utah. Good win. Let's keep the momentum rolling, though. And finally, San Jose at the Kings. Entering this matchup, San Jose was 21, 18, and 3 and 45 points. LA 18, 14, and 9, and also 45 points. This game, after 60 minutes, this game was tied. Had to go into overtime, and the Sharks beat the Kings by a score of 4-3. Shots on goal were the Sharks 28, the Kings 26. The Sharks had 23 saves with the Kings 24. San Jose was 2 for 4 on the power play with the Kings 0 for 3 on the power play. Now, this was the last game between these two teams. San Jose finished with record 2-1-0. LA 1-0-2. San Jose wins the goals 11-10, and they're tied in the points. You know, you get 2 points per win and 1 point for an OTL. Well, guess what? 4 points for the wins, 1 point for a win, and two for an OTL. To get tied in points with four. Both teams got 4 points. San Jose wins on the goal battle and the record wise. So way to go by the Sharks. Um, both teams showed up on this one. Evenly matched. The Sharks showed up despite playing last night. The the Sharks showed up. So did the Kings. They showed up. This was a good game all the way down. And the Sharks wanted to win more. That's why they got it. So I got nothing bad to say about this game. And as you know, it was tight, but in the end, one team won, and that was the Sharks. So where to go? Okay, so 3 stars of the game. Who got what? Starting off with the Dallas and Washington game, Sam Steele gets the first star of the game. Center number 18 for the Dallas Stars, 1 goal, 1 assist. Casey D. Smith, goalie number 1 for the Dallas Stars, 1.00 goal against average and a save percentage of goal against average 1.00 goal against average, save percentage 0.958. And Wyatt Johnson, center number 53 for the Dallas Stars, 1 goal, no assist. But guess what? That's not who should have got the 3 stars. Third star should went to Roop Hunt, Dallas, center number 24, 1 goal, no assist. Sam Steele should have got the second star, and Casey D. Smith. Yeah, Sam Steele should have got second star, and Casey D. Smith should have got the first star of the game. All right, for Calgary versus Montreal, Alex Tucker of the Montreal Canadiens got first star. Left winger number 85, 1 goal, 2 assists. Jar Sky, it's Russian or Finnish. Left winger number 20, no goals, 1 assist. And Philip Dolet, center, 24 for Montreal, all Canadians, no goal, 1 assist. But, as you know, I think this was wrong. Alexander Carrier, Montreal, defense number 45, 1 goal, 1 assist. Alexander Tucker should have got second star, and third star should have went to Jacob Fowler, Montreal, goalie number 32, 1.00 goal against average, and a save percentage of .966. Not bad. And for the Chicago and St. Louis game, it's all Chicago. Connor Murphy defense, number 55 for Chicago, 1 goal, 1 assist. Oliver Moore, center, number 11 for Chicago, 1 goal, 1 assist. And Lewis Carrier, defense, number 46 for Chicago, 1 goal, 1 assist. Ottawa and Utah, Carlo the Malaka, goalie number 70 for Utah, 1.00 goal against average, and save percentage of .970. Lewis Cruz, left winger, number 67 for Utah, 1 goal, no assist. And Daniel Butt, that, folks, that is his name. I know you're going to probably make fun of it, but he's Russian, and he spells it B-U-T. Left winger, number 19, 1 goal, no assist. And finally, for San Jose and LA, Malcolm Calabrini, center, number 71 for San Jose, 1 goal, 2 assists. William Eklund, Left winger number 72 for San Jose, 1 goal, no assist. And Alex Turcotte, center number 15 for LA, 1 goal, 1 assist. Okay, so who got my 3 stars of the game? Here we go. I actually have 2 third stars of the game on this. I'm giving my first one to Casey D. Smith of Dallas, stopping 23 shots in the win at Washington, and William Eklund for San Jose, game-winning overtime, game-winning goal. Yeah. Second star goes to Jacob Fowler from Montreal, stopping 28 shots in the win versus Calgary tonight. And Carl Vamelka of Utah, stopping 32 shots in a win versus Ottawa tonight. So it's a goalie 3 stars for me. Tell me who you think should have got 3 stars of the night. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? Comment below. And tell me what you guys think of tonight's games. As always, folks, thank you very much for tuning in. I love you guys a lot. Guys, got any questions, please ask them. I really thank you guys a lot. Please stay safe. Take care. Remember what's watching. I'll see you guys later on. As always, until then, peace.